Hi, everyone, and welcome to Bonding with Ashley. I'm your host, Ashley Bond. On today's episode, I want to talk about courage. Courage is so interesting to me because I think it's one of the skills. I think some people even call it a virtue. I don't know. Um, I feel like you need a little bit of courage to do most things in life. And it's something that I don't think we all experience or exhibit all of the time. But there are so many things that I'm seeing about younger generations and even even people my age out in the world, and sometimes I just want to see people have a little more courage. And what I mean by that is, you know, not everyone is going to have the same level of courage, right? We're all different human beings. We all have varying levels of what's comfortable for us, what's not comfortable, what our boundaries are, what goals we have, what things in life make us happy. And so, therefore, the amount of courage that you exhibit is going to be variable, I think, from person to person. For some people, courage might be getting out of bed that day and going to work. For other people, it might be speaking in front of a group of investors as you pitch your business idea. Or maybe you want to run a marathon. I think having the courage to go after the things that you want, start over in life, try a new job. Um, all of those things take the courage to do them. Even telling somebody how you feel. I mean, so many people don't tell people things. Communication seems to be diminishing and lacking and changing, and as technology continues to provide new avenues and new platforms and human and person to person interaction is, I think, going to be so important and invaluable as time goes on. And I think if we all took a little bit of courage to go after something, to talk to people, to build connections in our lives, I think great things can happen. Now, I am not remiss to the fact that just because you have the courage to do something, that it always turns out the way that you want it to. I think one thing that I have been told or, been asked about is, a lot of people assume that so many things in my life have been easy for me or have always gone the way that I thought they would or the way that I expected them to. And that's just not the case. Recently, like, I don't think I shared this with a lot of people, but I submitted myself for Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. I don't know if you guys know this, but like over the last few years, they've kind of done this like contest thing and you can submit yourself. And I did. And I've always wanted to be in Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Like it has just always been a goal of mine. And I submitted myself. I didn't hear anything. It was, you know, fine. Was I disappointed? For sure. Um, hopefully one day. Um, but I only bring that up because it was a little scary for me to do it, but I wanted to do it and I did. And it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, but I am proud of myself that I went after it or tried. And, I mentioned this before. I think if you can have the courage to go after something, no matter how it turns out, you can feel good if you tried. And it's just something that I thought a lot about recently. And I think if I could give advice or encourage anybody to be more connected to other people, be more connected to yourself and the things that you want and build your confidence, it's have a little courage. And again, start where you are. I think the more you do the little things that take courage, the easier it becomes. There's a lot of science behind habits and building things. And I think, I don't know, I would love to see, I would love to see people have just a little more courage because I think it could bring a lot of joy and a lot of exciting, unexpected things in your life. But let me know what you think. What do you guys think about even the word, the concept, courage? What does that mean to you? Have you had a moment where you were courageous? And please know that I know that there are very courageous acts and people who choose to be courageous and risk their lives in certain jobs and at moments in time. And um I would love to hear any anything that people have to say on the topic, or an experience that you've had where you felt it took you courage to do something. So I hope that this week I encourage you to act and be a little courageous in one area of your life. And thanks, you guys, so much for listening. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you think this episode would be good for someone else to hear, please share. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.